5,000 years ago, humanity outsourced memory. Today, it is outsourcing thought. And tomorrow, perhaps something even deeper. What if the most important thing about you isn't your name, your face, or even your memories? What if, for millennia, your true identity has been nothing more than a record? Writing was not invented to tell stories. It was invented to measure people. Welcome to the day humanity stopped simply living and started being defined by what could be tracked. For hundreds of thousands of years, humanity lived in the age of orality. Knowledge was a living, breathing thing. It lived in the songs of shamans, the myths whispered by elders around the fire, and the collective wisdom carried within the human body. To know something was to carry it in your heart. You were the library. If you died, the story died with you. Knowledge was ephemeral, sacred, and deeply human. Then, a quiet revolution occurred. A Sumerian scribe pressed a reed into wet clay. For the first time, memory left the human body. We moved the internal fire of thought to an external surface. We didn't just store information, we surrendered a piece of our humanity to the clay. Imagine being the first human whose life was written down, not because you were a king, but because you owed grain. You existed in two places at once, in the physical world and inside a system. A new kind of immortality had been born, and it belonged to the state. At first, the marks on clay were simple: grain, livestock, labor. But every system expands. What begins as a record of things eventually becomes a record of people. And what can be recorded can be counted. What can be counted can be compared. And what can be compared can be controlled. This was the moment the human being became a record. And comparison became the foundation of every bureaucracy ever built. This began a chain that shaped history. In Nineveh, kings gathered tens of thousands of tablets, hoarding the secrets of the world. In Alexandria, rulers dreamed of collecting the totality of human knowledge. In Rome, the census transformed living, breathing people into cold statistics. In the Ottoman Empire, entire provinces lived inside the precision of the Tahrir registers. Information became the bedrock of power. An empire could stretch beyond the horizon because data could travel farther than trust. We traded the freedom of uncertainty for the control of a record. Yet the story does not end with data. Data alone is not the final product. For most of human history, power came from controlling land, resources, or labor. Today, one of the most valuable resources is attention. The longer you look, the more valuable you become. Entire industries compete for seconds of your focus. Every notification, every recommendation, every endless scroll, all designed to capture and retain a fragment of your awareness. The ancient farmer harvested grain from the field. Modern systems harvest attention from the mind. And just like grain, attention can be stored, measured, traded, and optimized. Perhaps the most profound shift of the digital age is this: we no longer live only in the physical world. We also live inside systems that compete for our perception of reality itself. Today, the temple is global, and the scribe is an algorithm. Every photograph you upload, every location you visit, every search made at 2 a.m., every second your eyes remain on a screen, every recommendation you follow, every song you skip, every second you hesitate before clicking. Your phone knows where you slept last night. It knows what keeps you awake, what makes you angry, what makes you laugh. It knows these things before your closest friends do. You are living in a documented reality, where every action is a transaction. We have reached the final stage. AI is not a new invention. It is the culmination of 5,000 years of recording. If writing was the externalization of memory, AI is the externalization of thought itself. We are beginning to outsource parts of our decision-making. For the first time, systems are not merely remembering for us. They are beginning to think alongside us. The ledger no longer just records what you did. It predicts what you will do. Prediction changes everything. For thousands of years, records described the past. Today, algorithms attempt to describe the future. They estimate what you might buy, who you might trust, what you might believe, and even which choices you are most likely to make. Some researchers describe this as the creation of a digital reflection of the self, a version of you built from behavior, preferences, habits, and patterns. A shadow identity composed entirely of information. The more accurately this reflection predicts you, the more difficult it becomes to distinguish between the person and the profile. For the first time in history, humanity is not only creating records of itself, it is creating models of itself. Yet we must acknowledge the paradox. Writing is not inherently evil. The same tablets that recorded debt eventually recorded the secrets of the stars and the deepest questions of philosophy. Writing gave us the cage, yes, but it also gave us the library. However, the key to that library was never in the tablet. It was always hidden within the human being. In the fields of Sumer, the harvest was grain. In today's digital fields, it is attention. The first scribe etched the harvest into clay. Modern algorithms etch our behavior into data centers. 5,000 years later, one thing remains unchanged. Humanity is still being measured. The harvest changed. The tools changed. The measurement remained. Yet both the clay tablet and the algorithm ask the same question. Can a human life be reduced to information? The ancient sages believed there were two records: the world's record of your titles and debts, and the record your soul carries, something no scribe can write and no algorithm can measure. We are the most documented generation in history. Yet, we are the most disconnected from that essence. Every civilization leaves behind ruins. Ours leaves behind data. Perhaps future archaeologists will not dig through stone ruins or buried temples. Perhaps they will excavate databases. And instead of asking what we built, they will ask what we chose to measure. If everything about you can be stored, what part of you cannot? And if everything about you can be measured, where exactly are you? The choice is yours, because the past never truly ends. It simply continues to live within new symbols, new stories, and new screens. Every technology leaves behind a question, and every age must provide its own answer. This is ArcheoTech. We decode the ancient engineering, the forgotten knowledge, and the invisible systems that still shape our lives. What part of you do you believe can never be measured? Let us know in the comments below. If this journey helped you see the world a little differently, don't forget to subscribe and support the channel. See you in the next discovery. Keep questioning, keep exploring, and take good care of yourself.